Welcome to Intentional Lounging, brought to you guys by Better and Green. We're breaking down the Monday night football game between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Guys, we are dressed like this because on the Friday episode, I was the big loser, so I had to give a Trump impersonation. If you didn't get to see it, make sure you guys go back and see it. It'll be linked at the end of this video. Guys, let's get into this game. We're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins heading to LA to face the Rams. Rams are 1-point home favorites. Over-under sit at 50. Wyatt, let's start with you, man.
Yeah, I mean, Rams have knocked off 3 in a row now. They beat the Raiders that Thursday night game against the Vikings and knocked out the Seattle Seahawks in overtime at Seattle. So they just keep winning, and it's probably because of the addition of Cooper Kupp and Puka getting back off of injury. And then the Dolphins, they had Tua back, and they have yet to win with them. So seems pretty obvious to ride with the Rams here at home. I don't know why you wouldn't, which is why I'm on Miami. It just doesn't make any sense traveling all the way across the country. They can't win even with Tua. And then, like I said, the Rams are starting to find their stride with their guys back from injury. So one team's in the right direction, another team's not. What does Vegas know? I think they know that Miami is probably going to be a decent value play here. A lot of public, I'm seeing 70% already on the Rams. That's probably going to go up a little bit come kickoff. But yeah, I'll take a shot on the ugly. And unfortunately, these ugly teams are always ugly teams, and I keep backing these same jokers every freaking week. But yeah, it's got to be Miami for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, point blank. I mean, LA probably should have lost last week. They got very lucky to get that win. I know Geno, I think, had 3 interceptions, one of which was, I believe, a go-ahead score that then he threw a pick 6. I didn't actually watch that game, but I believe I know it was like a 103-yard pick 6 that completely flipped that game. They then come back, still tie it, go to overtime. I believe they turned the ball over again in overtime when they were in field goal range, and then the Rams went down and got the win. So Seattle probably should have won that football game. And I just think Miami is going to be a play-on team for the next few weeks. First game of the season, they put up 20 points with Tua. Not great, but it's the first game of the year or whatever. Then he gets knocked out week 2. Since him being back, yes, they're 0-2, but 27 points both weeks. Never like to play on the injured guy coming back. So I think that kind of hurt them against Arizona. And then the first game I would have looked at betting the Dolphins, which I did bet the Dolphins, at Buffalo, on the road in the division against the best team in the division. You don't necessarily expect them to win that game. So I think moving forward, they are going to be a bet-on team. I think they're going to be more similar to the team we're used to, putting up points in bunches. And I think this is going to be a really high-scoring game. I like the over. But, yeah, I just think line's kind of weird. I think Miami's a buy low right now. LA, sell high. Weird line. So I will take Miami on the money line in this one. And, like I said, kind of like the over as well.
I'm also on Miami here. These 2 teams are very similar, I've noticed. So, they both have, Waddle and Tyreek, and then you got Puka and Kupp. And they both have really good running backs. Both have quarterbacks that get the job done but aren't considered, in the elite. Both have very decent offensively minded coaches. So where are you going to find the mismatch here? You could say the Rams are home. Okay, it's still LA. How many fans really do you have out there? It's not going to be like an Arrowhead. It's not going to be like a Ford Field. It's not going to be like a Lambeau. But I think that Miami has a better defense here. Even if they're not playing great, I still think they have the pieces that can. I think this is going to be a really close game, but you can get the point, which I wish it was a little bit more. So, yeah, I'll take the Miami Dolphins plus the 1. Think that they can get it done here. Both teams also need this win. So it's these 2 teams are just so similar. But I feel like Miami needs it, emotionally too, if that makes sense. They all need it to make the playoffs. Miami they had a really rough stretch now that Tua's back. It's continued. It seems like a get-right game where they can get that done. So, guys, thank you for watching. We will be back on Thursday breaking down the Week 11 Thursday Night Football game. We've been doing it all season. We'll do it until the end of the season, cover through the playoffs. We will see you guys in that episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
Flexing on the haters, can't touch my score. Money like Jerry Rice, touchdowns galore. Week after week, always asking for more. books on the floor. Listen in, cash out, pages swelling. Plays on the field, see me winning, never dwelling. Flagged on Vegas, they know what I'm selling. NFL bets keep the cheesy compelling. Flexing on the haters, can't touch my score. Money like